Welcome back to the channel, ScooterATVSales.com, bringing you the Tank 200 electronic fuel injection. I have it on the lift. We're going to go over the service points and inspection. You'll have to do this whether you bought it from your local dealer or you purchased it online and you did your own setup. Now, it's very, very important for this inspection and service. On the 150s to 200s and above, it's approximately 600 to 800 miles. On the 49 cc's and 50 cc's, always recommend at approximately 400 miles. All right, so let's walk on over to the Tank 200. Now, you're going to do a full inspection. You're going to check nuts and bolts. You're going to check the entire chassis area. Now, let's lift this seat up. I've opened this up already. Of course, you have your gas tank. Now, this is electronic fuel injection, so it's not generally necessary to touch the EFI system, but if it was carbureted, of course, you can lift this bucket. But if you do need to get access, you're going to use a 10 millimeter, where my finger's pointed out, over here, and over here. You're going to have to loosen up these screws here on the side, on both sides, and then this will allow you to lift the bucket, as it's called, the bucket, right up and giving you entire access to the top portion of the engine for an additional inspection. So that's important to do. So always remember that. These are the bolts over here, right here and right here. And then of course you're going to remove the sides over here to loosen it up on both sides. This allows you to lift it right out. And that's the same procedure on the other scooters as well. Just the bolts are placed in a different configuration. Okay, so we're going to raise the lift and then we'll start going over the points here and draining the oil and adding new oil, as well as your gearbox, checking your airbox area. Your transmission cover has to be removed, and inspect your Bendix gear. So we're raising this up right now on the lift. It's the Tank 200 EFI. I want to point these areas out for a lot of you at home that want to do it yourself. Of course, you may have a lift, may not. The lift is really practical to have. Now, we're a shop, so we have one of these. It just makes everything a lot easier. So as I mentioned, you're going to check the entire chassis, check all your panels, because everything does somewhat come loose a little bit, so you're going to retighten it and use some Loctite where necessary. You're going to do a full walk around, check all the paneling, check all your nuts, your bolts, the exhaust area. Now, this is all a plastic covering over here, so you'd have to remove all this portion right here to get access to the fan area. Now, on the Tank 200, this right here, where my finger's at, this is your oil fill and your check on this particular area. You're going to check also your side racks over here on it. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Very important. Again, this is the inspection at approximately between 600 and 800 miles. Check all your hydraulic lines as well. Make sure that they are in working order. There's no cuts in them, no frays in them, no vandalism on there. These are your disc brakes. Do a walk around again. Check your shocks to see if they're bleeding out. If there's anything defective on it, very, very important to do. Now, these are just covers where your nut axles are. You could remove this here as shown. These are just cosmetic covers on there. Nice to have. We'll walk around. You want to check your full stand too. The springs in functioning condition. All the side area. Now, this is your transmission cover. This is your backup kickstart. This takes an 8 millimeter to remove this cover, and you're going to inspect your clutch, which is behind, and then your variator on this side. You could check out the video we've done on the 49 cc's. It's practically the same, whether it's a 200, 150, or the 49 cc. The fundamentals are all the same. It has a transmission cover, and you can check out that video. Actually, we have it listed on our homepage on the YouTube channel. Again, 8 millimeter. These are your bolts you're going to loosen up here is pointing out these areas right here to remove it. This right here, this one right here, and so forth. All right, so you're going to remove this cover, and you're going to inspect to make sure that everything's wearing properly. So make sure that that's done. So important to do that, and check your Bendix gear, your variator, and your clutch. And you guys can look up on Google. You could type in variator GY6. You can type in clutch GY6 so you have an idea what that looks like. So you're going to remove this cover, inspect it, make sure everything's greased in its proper order over there where it's necessary. Now for your gearbox, as you notice I have here in red, this is your gearbox fill right here. And then this one down here, right here where my finger's at, that's your drain. So you're going to drain out your gearbox oil when you need to service it. And then you're going to add it right over here. So this takes a 10 millimeter, you guys, as shown what I have over here. Now we recommend for engine oil, the Lucas brand. There's other top quality brands as well. It takes just shy of a quart on these motors here. And then for the gearbox, of course, we use the Lucas 8090. You can use other additional weights. You could follow your recommendation on your owner's manual or just go along with your own recommendation based, because nothing is really set in stone on regards of the oils, etc. So this is what we use. Excellent brand right here, the Lucas. And then for your engine oil, the 4-stroke engine oil, we use the Lucas here. Again, there's other top brands as well. Now for your tire pressure, always make sure your tire pressure is at its recommendation. And all you could find here on your tire pressure would be listed right here on the sidewall, you guys. This would be in any scooter, because basically whether it's the tank right now on the lift, the other scooters are generally the same. So keep that in mind. So let's do a walk around here. This right here, where my finger's at, this is your drain right here. So you're going to loosen this up with a 17 millimeter. This allows you to drop the oil, and you'll see a spring and a thumbnail over there. You're going to clean that out. And then once all the oil comes out, you guys, then you can replace the cap over here with the spring and the thumbnail, and you're good to go. And then you're going to add your oil right here where my finger's at here, and then you're going to check it right here. So again, you're going to do your walk around, make sure everything's nice and tight, check all your hoses. This has the dual shocks, so you're going to make sure the mounts look good, everything's wearing properly. This one has the rear hydraulic rotors over here, the disc brakes in the back as well. So you want to make sure that these are in working order. So very, very important to do this inspection. It's paramount that you do it, and then you'll be good to go. So you do the first service. We recommend every 5th oil change that you change the gearbox oil. So that's the recommendation on this. This right here is your air filter right here for the carburetor over here. The EFI system, just to bring some fresh air to it. So this is right here, you want to remove these screws right over here on this, and this cover right here opens up. You can inspect your air filter. Is it dirty? Is it not dirty? Does it need to be blown out? Generally, when they're up to about 1,000 miles, you just need to blow them out because they gather dust in there, they catch dust, etc. So anyways, you guys, so hope all is well. You understand it's very, very important to service your scooter periodically. Routine service is so important so you can get the longevity. They operate the best. You'll enjoy these scooters from China. The quality is amazing. And over the years, past 20 years that I've been involved with this, the quality has just evolved, and it's better and better. If you guys need some universal scooter parts and ATV parts, it's ScooterATVparts.com. You'll always find me on Instagram posting on scooter ATV sales, and we see you guys soon. Take care.